right.
That's correct, yes.
Was it really?
Well, that was going on with me.
Most people like to pay more, but,
Or buying a car.
I mean, that's,
So based on Jeff's example here, $60,000 appraised value, we're talking $117.94, 15 years, or $168 for 20 years. That's his example. Like $15 difference.
$15 a year, that's all 5 years.
For this person.
What was, and I know I read this in this past, because of Wayne County's average real estate value of $65,000. That was kind of the number, the base picture that
So
shows
we're
real
basically
estate.
65. So I doubt that ours can be more than that.
I thought we had that somewhere. I've seen it. If you call it, you've seen it or heard it.
Does any you all have any preferences?
I sort of lean toward the 15 years, I mean, not that much difference.
There's not that much difference.
Most of them don't fit it, this water don't fit it.
Don't really know enough about to have an educated decision, to be honest with you. That's why I was asking for recommendation.
Frankly, nice. We had another one before the 20 years is up.
Well,
They don't have.
council is advising that 25 is not good enough.
Right.
I think the general sentiment seems to be 15 years from what I'm hearing.
It sounds, for $15 more a year, you got 5 years off of it. It sounds very
Well, then
economical.
down the road, you're fortunate enough to pass it, you use that down 15, 20 years from there. Always have to use payability to another. Okay. Anybody have any more questions about any of these things that Ms. Ferguson's talked about, the projects themselves, or that Nick just talked about as far as the financial part of it?
And our bond council recommended the February 23rd date. That gives us plenty of time to get everything in place.
That's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. We'll need to lock it in. Yes.
Let's hope so.
Here they go.
Yeah. Select the period.
Does that need to be part of the motion?
Yes.
that
Well,
word?
it
Yeah,
is.
actually, it's part,
on
it is, it's part of
day.
the, what's on the agenda.
Yep, on our agenda, consider for approval of bond election order, and there, it states the amount of the bond would be $24 million. The SBA money be on the end of 23rd, too. So, we have to add 15 years.
Could I ask, when would the taxes kick in, Birdie, would you know? Would it be if everything was approved?
No, it depends on when they would sell the bonds.
they don't sell the bonds till after, it's in late spring.
Late spring,
Yeah.
probably be 2014.
So when you're going to pay your taxes in September of 2014 is when this would start to bite?
That would be my guess.
That would be my
Nibble.
guess too.
Nibble,
Not
indeed.
bite.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just, my daughter has, I guess, 12, 13 years left in the school system. It's particularly hitting home as a taxpayer, hearing it tonight for the first time, because this is all new to me. I'm just trying to understand it all. With regard to a vote, there's no early voting, nothing like that. It's one day, okay, and it's run by the county clerk
Yes, they
at
do-
the
they do
at
all
the
the work.
16 precincts. Okay.
Yeah, they set up all their precincts and everything like they normally do,
Okay.
precinct workers. And by
Yeah,
something
early
I've
vote,
read
you can-
here,
you
I
can
believe the
absentee
board
vote.
has to approve. it.
Okay, you can have okay.
Early vote,
Bad word.
It's like a traditional, election.
Okay.
So we'll use their workers instead of having.
Yes.
We pay for
Something that we've received here tells us that the county clerk's office would identify the workers. And then I think at some point they come before in our recruitment board. And then, of course, we get paid.
Okay. And I just had one other question for Dave, I guess. Is there a reason that the school building authority 17 million is devoted to the first project on the list? I mean,
It's more within their guidelines than the other projects.
gotcha.
They
Okay,
don't do athletic facilities.
it's more what they do. Okay.
Well, then the economies of scale
And the
also.
economy is scared. We're better off having their money there and a little bit here, a little bit there. They gave us a bigger chunk of funds for that one project.
One final question. Obviously, I haven't been party to the property discussions because it's all been executive session. But is the property secured? I mean, is it? Can you say that?
Well, we have an informal agreement at this time
Okay.
that we feel is stable and will be at the time that this occurs and finalized. That will be an issue.
Thank you.
there won't be any property purchased at Barnes.
Yeah, understood.
But we have met with members of the staff here, met with the property owners.
And there's just one owner. It's just
So
one
it's multiple
property.
owners.
Multiple owners.
They've all met
Okay.
and everybody seems to be on the same page on it.
Okay.
They're willing to sell it.
So the verbal commitment, we're waiting on proper documentation for them to sign.
And is that finalized before a vote? Before the people vote? I mean, how does that go
It
down?
will be.
Okay.
We are gonna get their name on it.
Yes, soon, very soon,
Okay.
close.
But the land isn't purchased before.
No.
It's all
Only until
contingent
after
on the bond
has
pass.
to
Gotcha.
pass.
Okay, understood.
So they will be signing an agreement that they will sell at a willing price,
Okay.
assuming the bond
Bond
passes.
passes. Okay. Thank you.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
It's called
We want you to
an
get us
option to
correct,
purchase.
Dave.
Option to purchase agreement.
Anything else, Mr. Big Kid?
No, that's all. That's all I have. I just wanted to point out, that's my note. I didn't mean to copy that for everyone.
This is
No,
gotcha.
no.
Ms. Gandy, do you have any thoughts, recommendations as far as the number of years that the bond should be
Well,
running?
I haven't seen the payoffs. I think that would be something you want to look at, is your payoff as, 15 years as compared to 20. And you want to analyze it just like you're getting a home mortgage, because that's, how we would compare it. So, if you're getting a home mortgage, are you going to get a 15-year? You're going to probably get a better interest rate as opposed to a 20-year. Of course, the longer you go, you're going to pay a higher interest rate and your payback is going to be more. So, if you guys are agreeable with 15, it will, in the long run, probably a substantial payoff decrease as opposed to a 20-year.
On a 60,000, you pay $15 more a year, on 5 years off.
And the 15, Bertie, obviously you're not, haven't been privy to this, but it would be at 6.5% and the others progressively get
Yes,
higher.
yes.
So that would be obviously the lower of the rates.
And hopefully, I would expect, unless something drastically happens in the Federal Reserve interest rate market, I would expect that to be lower than 6.5%.
And our financial advisor believes that
Yeah.
to be the case too.
I would love to have a piece of that bond at 6.5%.
Yeah, just
Tax
get it.
free. How do I get some of that?
Hopefully they'll feel the same way.
Yeah. It's a great investment tool for investors.
Now, so the only other thing is, that will just be something that will be handled to your all's office, Ms. Person, as far as that Guyan Valley.
Yeah, I'll
clarifying
make
that.
the changes to that, email that to Mr. Midkiff and to the bond counsel. He'll make the changes to the legal document, and then he'll submit to you the final legal document for signatures.
Okay. So that will be what will formalize it, is all of us have to sign that.
Don't know.
Actually, I think it's on there,
It's
right,
on
the
there.
last
Yeah.
page.
Last
Yeah,
page.
that's fine. Just want to make sure that that's clarified. I'm sure Mrs. Powell up there has got that notice. Okay, Mrs. Lucas, I'll turn, well, if nothing else on this, we'll move to administrative. Sound okay with that? I'll take a motion then to go to administrative items. Can I have a motion, please? Ms. Smith? Second. Mr. McCallum? Okay, Chris.
Okay, item A, under administrative, is to consider for approval a bond election order to issue general obligation bonds in the amount of $24 million, setting the terms of the bond, approving the projects to be funded by the bonds, and setting a bond election on February the 23rd, 2013 for the citizens of Lincoln County. And the bond will be for 15 years. Item B, authorization for B.O. Linville, Special Projects Coordinator, to sign financial transactions pertaining to his areas of responsibility, effective immediately. Item C, an agreement with the State Auditor's Office to audit the financial statements of the Lincoln County Board of Education for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2012, according to the terms of the agreement. Item D, to place on 30-day public review and comment the abolishment of the service personnel sick leave bank, as well as the personal leave bank policy number 4432, effective upon board approval. Item E, out-of-state travel for Craig Atkins to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, November 7th and 8th, 2012. Expenses paid with county funds. Item F, an agreement with the following as supervisory aid for the 2012-2013 school year in accordance with the provision of West Virginia Code 18A-5-8. It's West Hamlin Elementary, Hamlin Watson, effective date October the 2nd, 2012. Item G, a contractual arrangement with Marshall University for the placement of teacher candidates and other school professionals in Lincoln County schools according to the terms of the contract. Item H, school volunteers who on occasion may also serve as bus chaperones to provide transportation for students to and from athletic events, academic competitions, or school outings, who have provided proof of public vehicle liability insurance and have completed volunteer orientation. Questions?
Any questions? Okay, if there are any questions, I'll call for this.
Back to item A, once we get all the paperwork on the lane, let us know what it's worth, that we've got the paperwork and how much it's going to be and all this.
We're waiting on our attorney to draft the document, send to us. Hopefully this week.
Okay, if there's nothing else, I'll call for the right question. Is all those in favor of the administrative items?
Yes, please.
Yes. You're not going to get these. Those opposed? It's all yes vote. Okay, the finance section. Could I have a motion for the finance?
So moved.
Mr. Wilkins.
All second.
Second by Mr. Curry. Stand.
Okay, item A, invoices totaling $1,805,907.48, under listing. Budget supplements totaling $2,714,690.34. And budget supplements is new money that was entered into the budget. Item C, budget transfers totaling $1,525,388.78. That is just simply transferring from one line item into another line item. Item D, in lieu of transportation payments for the 12-13 school year for eligible students. That's $1 for days children. Any questions?
questions? Or is there anything extremely noteworthy you want to bring to our
Let me see if
attention?
there's any new special projects that you guys got.
I know it's all
handouts.
noteworthy, that's what I'm really.
Let's see if there's any new money that is, you got our critical skills grant for this fiscal year. We have new SIG money.
Is this the last year of that?
We got the, of course, the Benetton Counselors Grant, we got that put into the budget, the $120,000 that funds 2 counselors. And then, of course, the rest of it is just, basically just routine, Title I, Title IIs.
Okay. If there's nothing else, then I'll call for a question. All those in favor of the finance items, signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed? All yes vote.
Steve, sorry, just
Yes, sir.
given the significance of the administrative items,
Yeah.
I may have missed it. Was there a motion and a second?
Yes.
Okay, I missed it, sorry.
The motion was Ms. Smith and second by Mr. McAllister.
Thank you.
It was an all yes vote.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to the personnel section. Need a motion? I'll move. Curry? Second. McAllister? Mrs. Lippert?
Okay, Section A, the employment of short or long-term substitute professional personnel. And I'd like to note that under the certification, we have put the LTS that tells you if they are eligible for a long-term position. It would be STS, it would be short-term. So both of these are for long-term, could be for long-term positions. Section B, employment of professional personnel pending the CIB, the FBI clearance and issuance of certification. Now, on your sheet, under effective date, there is not one. We're waiting on confirmation back from Ms. Kravitz, and we will, upon approval of her date. She has been in the area where the storms hit, and we have played phone tag back and forth, trying to nail down the date that she is available. So she's coming in. Actually, Ms. Cobra has been corresponding with her back and forth. So we're just waiting on a date that she is available to start working. Section C, employment of professional personnel. Section D, employment of substitute service personnel. Section E is employment of service personnel. Section F is transfer of service personnel. G, Section G is employment of extracurricular personnel. Section H is retirements and or resignations, and it does let you know at the end of the effective date if it's resignation or a retirement. Leave of absence, Section I, and then at the bottom, correction to the October 29th, 2012 minutes for Debbie Mead, special ed A2, transfer would be effective for the next school year. Correction to the October 29th, 2012 minutes, effective date for the reclassification of the service personnel should go back to August the 8th. And the correction to October the 16th, 2012 amendments, effective date for reclassification of service personnel should be on August the 8th. Any questions?
just want to know, if we did a background check on all these substitute service personnel that we hired.
Yes. All of them.
There's one name that caught my eye, but evidently it didn't do well. Thank you.
Have to go through the fingerprints.
Ms. Lucas,
Yes.
when will we be posting for football coach?
Well, we couldn't do it until, we are looking at possibly right after Christmas. Did we
Yeah,
talk
I
about?
talked to Dana Snyder today and we discussed, just holding off,
For the holidays.
I've already heard from some folks who are interested.
I'd like to see us have a large applicants for that.
Maybe that's one of those we need to extend the time.
Right, that's what I was saying, do a longer
There's no hurry.
position posting. Right,
So we're saying after Christmas.
yes, probably
First of the
after
year.
the first of the year
Okay.
is the time that we talked about.
Was he not the athletic director too?
He's no longer athletic director.
So did he resign both? No.
He never held that position officially. I mean, he just, that's something
Oh,
that
okay.
he did. It was a duty.
Okay.
Kind of during the day. But one of our assistants, principals, Darren Christian, actually officially holds that responsibility.
Okay.
At the athletic center.
Yes.
Okay. If no other questions, we'll ask for a motion for the personnel items. All those in favor of all of the personnel actions, signify by saying yes, please.
Yes, please.
I fall into it every time. Anybody opposed? All yes vote. That's what happens when you're courteous. How they treat you. Okay, comments, concerns? Mrs. Lucas again?
Okay. What does it say? Parts.
Parts of the construction